All right, we're back again in our optional background. So we are doing our health lesson, our next health lesson for today. So yesterday we started talking about our health. We talked about kind of remembering what things Christ was, how he was healthy, and we said he grew in wisdom. So what kind of growth is that? If you're growing in wisdom, we said that was what? Right, mental growth. What about in stature? What is stature? That's our physical growth. Very good. What about increasing in favor with God? That's our spiritual growth, our spiritual health. And in favor with man. That's our social. Good. So wisdom is mental, stature is physical, in favor with God is spiritual, and in favor with man is social. And those are ways that we ought to be growing all of the time. So there are many things that you can do to help you be your best. Let's read about how Heath, the health bee, let's try to say that 5 times fast. Heath, the health bee, makes sure he is always being his very best. So we're going to read starting on page 4 in your health books, page 4. And it says, "Be healthy." And this is a poem by Bethany Urbina about Heath, the health bee. All the bees go buzzing when Heath, see, I knew this was going to be a problem. Let's try that again. Rewind. So, page 4, be healthy. And there's a poem. We're going to read the poem by Bethany Urbina, Heath, the health bee. All the bees go buzzing when Heath walks through the door. He's strong and he's fast. He's polite and even more. He's always very careful and he's always very kind. Some say he's the greatest bee that you could ever find. He's always there to lend a hand when there is work to do. And when he needs a snack, he chooses healthy honeydew. He always wants to be his best in body and in mind. It's true that Heath's the greatest bee that you could ever find. So, there are some interesting words that describe Heath. What are some of the words that you see that describe him? So look back. Yeah, he's kind or polite. He's strong. He's fast. Yeah, kind is one of them too. He's careful. He's helpful. He's lending a hand. He's healthy. He's choosing to be healthy. Always wants to be his best. So those are some of the things that are describing Heath, the health bee, and they're things that should describe us as well. We should want to be strong and fast and polite and kind and healthy and helpful and doing the very best that we can do all the time. So page 5, we're going to talk about 2 interesting words. The first word is habit. And I love this word because a habit is an easy thing to remember. It's something you do without even thinking about it. Okay, so that's what I want you to say. A habit is something you do without thinking about it. Say it. A habit is something you do without thinking about it. So you don't even think about it. Okay, so we'll just say this. I know when I was younger, it was something that I did. I would go downstairs maybe after a long day, and I'd go downstairs, and before I knew it, my thumb was in my mouth. And now I did it for just a little while when I was younger, but I only did it at home. And my thumb would go in I didn't even think about it. It became a habit. There was a girl that my mom used to babysit for, and she used to suck her thumb. And I just kind of thought it looked good. So I started doing it. And then I didn't think about doing it after a while. I just started doing it. That's a habit, not a good habit, but it's a habit, okay? So a habit is something that you do without thinking about it. Now, there are bad habits like that, but there also are things that can be good habits, something that you do. Wake up in the morning, brush your teeth. It's a habit. You don't really think about it. Hopefully, it should. If it's not a habit, make it become one because it needs to. So habit is something you do without even thinking about it. Now, posture. Posture is the way you hold your body when you sit, stand, or move about. So that's the important thing with posture. It's not just standing, it's also how you sit. It's also how you move, okay? And we'll talk about that. How to be healthy. Healthy habits. What does your body do all on its own? Breathe, thankfully, right? Blink, sleep. Remember we talked about that? If your body had to remind itself, breathe, breathe. Oh, heartbeat, heartbeat. Wait, swallow. Digest, stomach digest. Oh, wait, breathe, breathe out, blink, stop, heartbeat, don't stop. Like if we had to remind ourselves to blink, to breathe, to swallow, to digest our food, it would be way too much stuff for us to think about. So our body is a wonderful machine, but there are things that you must learn to do. Eat right, brush your teeth, exercise, and more. And when you do them over and over again, they become habits. A habit is something you do without thinking about it. When you continue to make healthy choices, eventually those choices will become good habits. Good posture habits. Here comes the team. Do you see how they run out onto the field? Their shoulders are back and their heads are held high. They are confident and ready to play. Others often can tell how you feel by looking at your posture. Posture is the way you hold your body when you sit, stand, or move. When your posture is correct, the parts of your body can do the work God designed them to do. If you let your body slouch or slump, your lungs, stomach, and other important organs become crowded and your blood does not circulate well through your body. Okay? Now, I'm going to try not to make this video long, but there's just certain things that I just have to share because it's just so important. But my fiend, you all know my fiend, right? Her sister, she comes to help out at the school sometimes and subs. So my fiend's sister, Mrs. Parker, many times comes to the school. And that is one lady that if you ever, she goes to our church. So those of you that go to our church, if you see Mrs. Parker, Mrs. Hovey's sister, she always just stands so elegantly. And I try to be like her because she's just so beautifully elegant and she has wonderful posture. And every year I tell my students about her. She used to work at the school. So I would always tell my third graders, look at the fifth grade teacher and watch her walk down the hallway because her posture is absolutely incredible. And she had amazing, amazing posture. And it's so important. I try, but I forget. And then I start to slouch, but not completely. But think about it. What I want you to do right now is I want you to slouch. I want you to slouch down. Now, while you're in that slouched position, try to get a nice, deep, yawning breath. Oh, I can't. Oh, sorry. I have to lift up, right? When you're slouched like that, your lungs are crowded and they can't get the breath and the air that they need. You're crowding your lungs, your stomach, your diaphragm. All of those things are crowding together and your body is not able to work like it's supposed to. Now, sit up nice and straight. Get a good deep breath and let it out. When you have proper posture, your body is able to work the way it's supposed to. And your blood can circulate the way it's supposed to. Think of a straw. Pick your books back up. Think of a straw. When the straw is tall and straight, liquid flows through it easily. But if you bend, now this is the straws that aren't naturally bendable. If you took that straw and you bent it, that doesn't have the little things, if you bend that or pinch that straw, the liquid has a harder time getting through. It still comes through, but it's not as clean and smooth as it is when it's just nice and straight and strong. Good posture helps your blood flow freely through your body as it should. Practicing the habit of good posture helps your body work and grow the way it should. So when you have good posture, the weight of your body is supported as it should be. There's a lot of weight that your feet are holding onto themselves. Your body is going to be supported properly. Your blood can circulate through your body properly. Like I said, we get those pins and needles when we've been sitting like this for too long or sitting on our feet for too long and our feet fall asleep. That's because the blood is not circulating to those parts. So when you have good posture, your blood is circulating through your body properly. You can breathe more easily. You feel more comfortable. Now, this is the thing. Some of you are like, no, I don't feel comfortable because it's too stiff. That's why you're not supposed to be stiff. It's supposed to be very comfortable and normal, but it still is a comfortable, strong feeling. Your body can grow properly. When you grow like this, or when you sit like this or stand like this, you're training your bones right now to grow crooked. And that's not helpful. You want your bones to grow strong and straight, so you need to train them now. They're more bendable now that you're a child than when you get older. And so you think about something that you know, if you have clay and you curve it and you leave it like that, it's gonna stay like that. But, ooh, ladies jumping up and moving my camera. But if you keep it straight, it will stay that way. You can sit, stand, or walk without becoming tired too soon if you have good posture, and your mind is more alert. You pay better attention, you listen better when you are having proper posture. That's important. How tall are you? This is an interesting thing to do at home if you get a chance. Do not put that in your mouth. Sorry, had to take care of the dog. So what you can do is stretch your arms out. And if your parents have like a tape measure that they can use, that's a good thing to do. It's because it's more bendable to kind of reach from fingertip to fingertip. So you're just going to stand and stretch your arms out and have somebody measure you from fingertip to fingertip, from one side to the other, and see how many inches it is on that tape measure. And then it says, did you know that measurement usually is equal to how tall you are? So now measure your height to see if it is correct. It should be close, but only if you're using proper posture. So that's the kicker. That's the cool part about that. When you are doing this, the way that you're going to be able to tell if you are sitting or that you are standing properly is if it measures close to the same. It should be almost the same. So that's important. So sitting correctly. You probably spend more time sitting each day than you do standing or walking. That makes your sitting posture very important. When you are working at a table or desk, you will not get tired as easily if you are sitting properly. The right type of chair instead of your muscles can do much of the work of keeping your body straight. When your ears, shoulders, and hips are in a straight line, it helps you sit tall. So if you're sitting like this, my ear is not in line with my shoulder, and my shoulder might not be in line with my hip, which is here, okay? But if I'm sitting straight and tall like I'm supposed to, my ear, my shoulder, my hip, they should all be in a straight line. Place your feet flat on the floor if you can touch. I know, Zoe, I know some of you can't touch in your chairs at school, that's why we got those other chairs, but keep your feet flat on the floor with your toes pointed forward as best you can. Crossing your knees, not good. That causes poor blood circulation as well as poor posture. A lot of girls like to do that. We like to be ladies, so we do our legs crossed. It's just not best for proper blood circulation. When you lean forward to get closer to your work, bend from your hips so that your back stays straight. You don't want to do this when you're working, bending over. You want your back to stay straight and bend from your hips so that it's not uncomfortable. It's just training your body so it's not hunched over. You're keeping your back straight and you're still over your work and you're still doing what you need to do. Keep your feet flat on the floor with your toes pointed forward, not in or out, forward. Do not let your shoulders and back slump. If you sit for a long time, you should occasionally stand up and stretch. That's what we try to do in our classroom, get you up and moving and jumping a little bit each time. Moving improves your blood circulation and helps to keep you alert. So I'm gonna, because the video is getting longer, I'm gonna let you do the comprehension check on your own. We'll come back tomorrow and go through the comprehension check, but I want you to answer those questions very carefully. If you need to go back and look, go back and look, but think carefully about those. And if you haven't gotten a chance, like I told you yesterday, look at the day. It's beautiful out there. Go and explore and enjoy and just see all the beauty that God has made. And it's a beautiful, oh, there's a bug. I'm not going out there. Sorry. There was a bug, and yeah, you know how Miss Monroe and bugs are. Anyway, but I am gonna go out. I am gonna go out still and get some of that good fresh air and see the beauty. I just see a tree right now, but that's okay. Lady and I are gonna get out. We're gonna get some exercise and get out there, and I hope you guys will too. Get out and enjoy the rest of your day. I'm not gonna do another spelling one. Use yesterday's spelling one to review your spelling words. I'll probably do a spelling one tomorrow. And then, yeah, that's it. Oh, and I'll be back to read the rest of chapter 1 of Half Magic later on as well. All right, guys. See you later. I love you. Have a great day. See ya.